When does a side hustle become a business? So you've been making a little bit of money on the side, doing something you're passionate about, but when does that turn over to an actual business? Let's find out. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz, and this video is brought to you by our business startup checklist that helps you get everything you need to launch a business. When I was first starting off in business, I wish I had a tool like this so I didn't miss any of the pieces I really needed to launch. If you'd like a free copy of our business startup checklist, go into the description, click that link, lock in your free copy, and then you can start your business right away. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, join our family of entrepreneurs and real estate investors that are making a difference, making an impact, and certainly generating dollars so that their family can live a completely different life. Now, let's say you've got a side hustle, you're making a little bit of money on the side. When does it actually become a business? Well, the first thing I want you to see is I want your mindset to shift a little bit, that anytime you're trading value for dollars, you have a business. Often side hustle type people that do have a side hustle, they don't think about that as a business, and therefore they don't do the things that could make that much more successful. So I want you to start backing up a little bit and say, anytime I'm trading value for dollars, my friend, you have a business. And I want you to start thinking about it that way. I don't care if you're selling crafts on the side of the road or you're driving for Uber, you're making money adding value to people. Now, I want to separate side hustles into a couple different categories when you think about them becoming a business. Some side hustles are contractual, meaning you're working for a company like Uber or Lyft, or you're driving for Uber Eats and you're delivering, things like that, that absolutely are great ways to generate side money, but they take care of all of the business expenses, they take care of all the taxes, and you just simply get a check. When you're talking about a side hustle where you're driving the marketing, you're driving the value, you're driving the deliverables, meaning anytime you sell something, you have to deliver some good or service. When you're taking care of all that, making sure all the taxes are paid, then my friend, you have a business, whether you make $1 or $1 million. So the first thing you have to understand is it turns into a business when you start making money. And this is another key piece when passion becomes business. So a lot of people say, I don't want to turn my passion into a business because then I won't enjoy it anymore. My friends, for me, I love turning my passions into profit because it allows me to do what I love and add value to people. And the same for you. If you're ready to add value to people and take money for it, then my friends, you have a business. And in fact, I would encourage you, stop calling it a side hustle because it diminishes what you do. You add value to people. You have a business. You're a business owner. It changes the mindset. It flips the switch in your mind that I'm actually doing something of value and importance here. When you hear the word businessman or businesswoman, often success rings. Like you see somebody walking, they're dressed well, they look pretty good, and you're like, wow, that's a business person. They just look professional. Well, we associate a success with that. With side hustle, do we associate success with somebody that has a side hustle? Often we don't. And if you're continually placing yourself under the category of, I just have a side hustle, I'm not really a business person, your mind says you're not that successful. Change it over. You are a business person if you're trading value for dollars. When people think of business owners, they think of office space, employees, maybe at a website. That's often what they think of when they think of business. Yes, those all are true, but you can often have a business without having a lot of that stuff. For example, more businesses are making $1 million today without any office space than ever before. So office space is often a thing of the past, which, by the way, is why office real estate is going down. People are finding a way to generate revenue without having the overhead. Employees, a lot of people are turning over to contractors and having contractual people run pieces of their business so they don't have to worry about employees and all of the data that comes with employees, all the work that comes with helping employees, making sure they get paid, making sure they get their babysat. But what you do have to understand, it's just because you have employees, office space, it doesn't mean you have a successful business. But I want you to start saying anytime you trade value for money, you have a business. So the second thing is, anytime you start a quote unquote side hustle, I want you to start from the mindset of I have a business. So if you're going to start building websites, you're going to start building funnels, you're going to start selling online courses, you're going to start a lawn care business on the side, all of it, I want you to see it as a business rather than a side hustle. Yeah, we say side hustle a lot because it's another stream of income. But I don't want you to think about it as a side hustle. I want you to think about it as just a hustle, a business hustle, rather than a side hustle. So again, when you see it as a business from the get-go, your mindset doesn't limit the growth. So number two, anytime you start something where you're trading value for money, you have a business. But more specifically, what a lot of people are asking is, when does the IRS see you as a business? When does the IRS see you as an actual formulated company? Or some people ask, does the IRS see this as a business or a hobby? If you're going to sell your lawnmower out front and then you sell another piece of lawn equipment, you're just getting rid of some stuff in the house and you have a garage sale, do you have a business or are you just liquidating product? So the idea is, from the IRS, when do they see it as a hobby? When do they see it as a business? Here's 8 questions the IRS publishes to see if they see you as a business or if they just see you as a hobby. Number 1, does the time or effort you put into the task is the intention to make profit? If your intention is to make profit, then you are a business from the IRS's perspective. Number 2, do you depend on that activity for income? And this doesn't mean do you depend on it as your sole source of income, but the idea is, do you depend on those actions? Do you depend on that time for income? Meaning, are you expecting income for investing that time? Then the IRS sees you as a business. If there are losses in a business, meaning you've lost money because you've placed money into it and you haven't made enough money to recoup that, then again, you are a business. You can't lose anything if you don't have anything. And the idea is, in a business, from the IRS's perspective, if you're losing based on circumstances outside your control, you have a business because you have a balance sheet that has a profit and loss. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the idea is, if you can lose and you can register a loss with the IRS, you have a business. Are you tweaking operations or modes of operation in order to increase profit? Again, the IRS is trying to get at, are you working this thing to make money? Is your friend coming over and asking you to just bake a cake and they'll give you $50? Or are you saying, hey, I'm going to go talk to the neighbor and the neighbor after that, and I want to see if I can get to start making 5 cakes a week. I want to change the way I start talking to people, maybe go to some networking events, and start to build a side hustle of decorating cakes for people's weddings or graduation. The idea is, 1, somebody just came over and asked you to do it and said they would pay you. Hobby. Second, I'm going to start leveraging this skill and talking to people in a different way because I think I can make a profit at that. Business. That's the idea from the IRS's perspective, that you're tweaking and changing the way you do things in order to make more money or in order to make money to begin with. Number 5, do you have the knowledge needed in this space to generate a profit? Again, if you have the knowledge to generate a profit and you're doing that activity for such, the IRS sees you as a business. Number 6, have you made profit from these activities in the past? Meaning, have you made profit for cleaning people's houses, mowing people's yards, baking cakes, babysitting? Have you made profit for these activities in the past? Then again, the IRS is going to see you as a business. Does this activity actually generate a profit over a few years? So the IRS needs to see a profit over 3 years or else they won't see you as a business. So the idea is this a profitable endeavor? Then the IRS is going to treat you like a business. And the last one, do you intend to make money off the appreciation of the assets you accumulate? So if you're going to run a real estate business and you're going to buy properties, do you plan on those appreciating over time? You have a business. Do you buy a bunch of kitchen equipment because you're going to start catering that kitchen equipment and then maybe sell that off as a profit someday, because then you're planning on that appreciating? So again, they're going to see that as a business. The IRS essentially is saying, when you do a task, you're planning on profit, you're a business. And here's the thing, if you back up, that's one thing for the IRS, but I also want your mindset to say, am I running a business? It depends on if I want to make money or not. And I believe every single one of you that start a side hustle want to start that third income stream or second income stream in your family. The idea is, if you're going to do that, let's start the right way. And the right way to start is telling yourself, I'm starting a business, because we see business owners as successful. And one of the things we've done to help you become successful as a business owner is we've given you our free business startup checklist. In the description, you can click that link and you're able to download your own free business checklist. It's going to give you a lot of things you got to make sure you have in place if you want to start making money. This is something I wish I had. I want to give it away for you for free. And as always, bounce around the channel. We have a lot of videos on how to generate revenue and how to make money in your business. I'll see you in the next video.